want to keep this brief, just about the boxing club. By no means am I a keynote speaker, but just want to keep it, just raise some awareness about what we do, how we benefit the community. So with the boxing club, it's been around since 2007. We've been based on Dalla Road, so I used to box there when I was younger. And then over the years, we've been through ups and downs with the club. Had a lot of boxers at one time, and then we came onto COVID. Lost a lot of boxers, and lost a lot of coaches as well. So we're just trying to rebuild the club ever since then. But we've always been community-based, community-led. We're not really there for profits. Our motive is just, about doing good in the community. People with health issues, mental health issues, social issues, whatever it is. We're very welcoming, endearing. We want people to come in, take part, socialise, build relationships with people at the club, and kind of get that friendship going. And also at the same time getting healthy, getting fit. With boxing itself, the benefits for mental health obviously are massive. I couldn't sit here and just speak to you about how good it is mentally for you, but I'm sure everyone's aware that most people get into boxing because of their mental health, or because they're going through problems and issues. And obviously a lot of people who make it in boxing always have a story to tell about where they've come from, what they've been through. So I just want to pass it to Grant, because I first met him at the community centre at Farley Hill. We used to be based on Dalla Road, and we ended up moving to Farley Hill after COVID, just before COVID actually. Just before COVID. And then I remember him at reception. He used to work at the reception desk, and I said to him one day, why don't you come and join in with us, see how it goes. And then he's going to tell a little story about his journey so far with us.
Exactly. Just linking back to mental health, I always say boxing is very individualised, and you can link that so well with mental health, because in boxing you have your trainers, you have your supporters, but when it comes to competition, it's down to you to get through it. It's down to you to take everything you've learned and secure that win. And that's so true to mental health as well. You can take good advice, you can go to talk club, you can do all this stuff, but it's down to you to come through. And when we were talking about what we could discuss, or a true example, like Moss said, it kind of links back to when I started, because after being invited to literally one session, I never left. And that wasn't even the end point of it. That was just the beginning of my mental health journey through the sport. And it wasn't even the case where I was down or really depressed or anything like that. What I will admit is that there was like a grey cloud. I wasn't really sure what I was doing in my life at that point. And so I joined the club, and the club was very welcoming. And then initially, one of my biggest regrets, I always tell Moss, one of my biggest regrets is telling him at the very, very start, Moss, I don't want to get hit, I don't want to get punched, I don't want to be touched, basically. In the combat sport, I don't want to be touched. And to be fair, your reaction was quite calm.
Yeah, I mean, there's no pressure. Comes in, there's no pressure to box. Just if you want to come in, hit the bag, work on your fitness side of it, that's all well and good. Like, we don't pressurise anybody. When people are ready, and eventually people do become ready after a few weeks, they're comfortable. I want to start, a bit of sparring, a bit of just getting more physical with it. Yeah,
and then as my confidence grew, then COVID hit, so we shut for a year. We couldn't get into our gym, and then I went away and studied the sport by myself. I was training by myself because that's all we could do. And then a year later, Moss was doing PT sessions at that point, so I reunited with him and said to him, I've still been doing fitness and whatnot. That session went well, and at the very end of that session I said, okay Moss, I've signed up for a fight next year, so you're going to train me. Good luck. Ideally I'd like to win, so do your best. All the guy can do is do your best. And so even that confidence, when I started to say I don't want to be touched, I don't want to be doing that, to moving forward, coming through and saying I signed up for a fight, I built this confidence, it's all through the boxing club, and that confidence of maybe you can do it. And the worst that could happen, okay, I'll lose, but that's the worst that could happen. So I stayed committed, we trained for a year, then the big day came and I won the fight. So but it was, yes, the win was great and we trained hard for it, but it's the satisfaction of knowing that you can come through it. And it was, I was never into boxing before 2019, I never watched it. But it became a huge part of my life to this day, to the point where we fast forward now, I'm now coach with Moss too, so it goes hand in hand. It's about building that confidence, and that's what we try to do.
I think with boxing you've got to show a lot of commitment, because it's one of them things where if you're going to do it, you've got to have a passion for it. It's not easy being a boxing coach. We run kids classes, adult classes, talking to everybody. sometimes it is difficult when you have a lot of numbers and there's only a few coaches, mainly just me and Grant. But what keeps us going is just seeing the impact we're having on the community. You know, what people coming in, even some people have issues at home, domestic issues or whatever. They feel like they can come and speak to us. So that's what we're there for. Like, you know, we try to build that relationship, that rapport with people, so they feel like they can come and speak to us. They're comfortable. If they don't want to discuss it with their parents or family, they can come and tell us, and we try to help them, support them in that way.
Because you know the physical side of it, but it's the words as well, and it's that like 2 minutes of how's home life. People do appreciate that, and like it links brilliantly a talk club as well, because you have the opportunity to directly talk. Here we directly talk, but there's a physical bonus which goes hand in hand with it too.
One more thing I was going to say as well, just with the club, we're very open, we're very honest with people as well. So like when there's issues or when there's problems with certain individuals, we tell them come and speak to us. You know, wherever it is, get it off your chest. If you want someone just to listen to you, there's no problem. Obviously they got our contact information. Sometimes they get calls of people saying, "Oh, this issue or that issue," and we give our time to people, because the way we see it is more of a charitable act. This boxing club. The reason we moved to Farley Hill, in fact, there was a lot of issues with like antisocial behaviour and like stabbings and stuff like that up there. So I remember getting a call like before COVID saying like, "Can you come up and do something up here?" Because we used to have a boxing club up here before, and obviously it was helping, and it's not been there for years, and all of a sudden we've got a lot of issues in the area. And I used to go out there in the summer and bring people in, like all these kids outside on their bikes and whatnot. I used to go out there and bring them in, say, "Don't worry about the money, just come in and train." Because for me, it's like getting them off the streets, giving them a bit of purpose, focus. Because one thing with boxing, right, you've got to train so hard for it. Like it becomes a lifestyle. It's like you can't do it once or twice a week. You've got to be there 5-6 days a week training hard. Like it's a lot of commitment. And even that in itself, it's like you're focusing on the sport. You're focusing on trying to get better, fitter. It just takes your mind off everything else as well. So just to end, I guess, unless you have anything to say.
Yeah, and like one of the biggest tips when people say, "How do I stay in it?" We just say, "Just show up and stay committed," like Moss just said, and then the opportunities are definitely endless.
Yeah, so I was going to just to end. Obviously, we run Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8, so we run 2 classes. But if anyone feels like they can help support the club in any way, it doesn't have to be that you attend it. If there's anything you can do for us, reach out, because we're looking to work with people, you know, kind of expand the club profile, really get out there, push out and advertise to people, market the club, just to raise awareness so people know that we're here, what we do. So far this last year has been really good for us. I think a lot of momentum. I'm working closely with like Big Farley Local and some of the councillors too. You know, we've got some funding in place, we've got some new equipment in. We try to make the classes interactive, like really fun. So people want to come in, especially the kids want to come in and train, you know what I mean? When we told them today was cancelled, they were like, "Oh, why?" Or Tuesday, every question I was getting is, "Why you cancelled? Why you cancelled?" But for us, it's a good thing. Yeah, question, sorry.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah, go for it.
What's that age group?
I was just going to ask that.
For us, we've got kids from like 5, 6, but we have kids who are 4. I think there's almost 3, is it?
Yeah, we go as low as 4. Like,
Four is kind of minimum, but...
I'm more thinking the other side.
Oh yeah, of course. The other classes are open. There's no age limit.
Okay.
So yeah.
Have you heard of the... we'll have a chat after that.
Sure. Yeah, there's no age limit, so we really cater for everybody. With the kids especially, like if their behaviour's okay, we take them on, even if they're 3 or 4, 4 or 5, if they're with their brothers and sisters, just to get them doing something. Because nowadays, I think you're finding a lot of kids are just on their tablets and phones and all this kind of stuff, and it's like not good for them at all. We're seeing a lot of behavioural issues, ADHD, autism, and this kind of stuff is on the rise, and obviously a lot of kind of social issues because people are not going out there speaking, meeting other people. It's like everyone's become isolated, and a lot of it is from COVID as well, because you know develop certain habits. So for us as a club, I think we're doing an important thing, and we just need support basically from everybody here.
And we're consistent as well. We're open. The only time we're shut really is 2 weeks at Christmas. Other than that, we're open through the summer and everything like that. So we're consistent, which is what a lot of our members do appreciate too. And yeah, so now if you want to follow us on... Oh, hang on. There you go. Hello.
I was going to say, guys, we're going to, after all the speakers, it's a live Q&A, so ask all the questions that you want.
Oh.
Yeah. And if you want to follow us on our socials, we are on Instagram at Dado_ABC. And we are on Facebook at Dado Farley Boxing Club. By all means, come have a chat with us. And I hope, and also Talk Club, I'm there, so I'm there for him each month, so you always see me out there at Lynn Central Library. doing that. Probably talk about the club as well, to be fair, but doing a bit of both, yeah.
Just think, because you didn't mention it, females allowed?
Yeah.
Okay, a particular age group or same age group?
No, like I said, open to everybody, so yeah, same age group. We have 2 classes, they're mixed classes as well, so yeah.
So we do it into like juniors and seniors, so most of the females come to the seniors, but obviously if they're a child, they come to the...
But there's a lot of demand though for women's classes, and we might look into doing one maybe a week. Yeah.
How
So
much
we get that
is it?
question all the time. So for adults it's £5, and for kids it's £4. So very affordable. And like I said, sometimes we get kids who don't have money or whatever, can't afford it. We say come in and train. Like, it's not about the money for us. Do you know what I mean? We're not there for the money. If it was, the club would have stopped ages ago because it doesn't make much. But we're just there giving our time, and we both work full-time jobs, and it's just something we do on the side. I mean, I've been doing it for the majority of my life. I started boxing as a kid as well, so I always had that passion there for it. And obviously, it's rewarding for us to see like the impact we're having on the kids. You know, everyone attends really. Yeah. All right.
Sorry to bring up very well. Do you get any funding from the local authority?
Yeah, we've had funding in the past. We put an application recently with
Luton Citizens Fund,
Fund.
and then we also do get funding from Barley Local as well. So I say to myself, usually when we do these types of speeches, we have like 2 minutes to ask for funding money, so the pressure's on. So this has been quite relaxed vibe with it. But yeah, so we do get funding to assist with Club 2.
Any more questions? No?
No?
No.
Fantastic.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.